A very good morning, Fabio here. Welcome back to another daily market outlook. So euro dollar has pushed up higher in line with our expectation, and we're going to dive into the exact trade that I took and of course the other major dollar pairs. So starting off with euro USD on the daily time frame, guys, what an absolute beautiful piece of price action we had. So for weeks already we've been calling the overall bullish momentum here on euro USD, with the market creating higher highs and higher lows. So we all know that inside of this leg which we had over here, the market pulled back in towards discount, and discount is simply below the 50% mark, and once we hit that level we started to reverse in towards the upside. So we saw a bullish change of character here on the daily time frame. Remember, after breaking the high over here, we saw the market reverse. So in very simple terms, you're seeing the push down, you're seeing the pullback, you're seeing the push down, then again a break in towards the upside, a pullback, and then obviously we're expecting a new higher high in line with that overall trend, and with the fact that we already pulled back in towards this demand zone over here. So this daily area of demand, if we draw that out in a zone, that would look like this. We extend it to the right, and then you can very clearly see, okay, we tapped in towards that demand zone. So we were expecting already higher prices. Then the break of this fractal high confirmed that for me, and then next to that we had a small little liquidity grab underneath this area of demand over here. So obviously a lot of you would classify this as a demand zone, which is not wrong, but there's no real liquidity in the move up, and then what happens, we liquidate our own low of the demand zone, and then we reverse back up. So at this point in time, due to the fact that this high over here was still open, I was still happy to look for those longs on euro USD. So fast forward, we go into the 4-hour time frame, as we purely and pretty much understand everything is bullish. So the daily is both swing and fractal bullish. Then looking here on the 4-hour time frame, again very clear, we had the impulse down, pullback, impulse down, break of structure in towards the upside. We had a good nice pullback, and then we started to trend in towards the upside once again. So based on this, I was already happy to take a 4-hour trend trade over here. So you can very clearly see that this sell for the buy up was a demand zone that was created. And then again, what did it do? It broke this overall fractal high. So at that point in time already here on the 4-hour time frame, with the overall 4-hour first of all being bullish in towards the highs, this being a sweep of liquidity underneath this, let's say, range that you had over here, you had a sweep of liquidity. And I've talked about this many times. When you see like the overall impulse up, what you'll see are these little bumps in the road, and underneath these little bumps in the road up, that is where liquidity lies. Hence why once we came below that level, we reversed straight away in towards the upside. So to me, that indicates that a lot of demand has come in towards the market in this sell for this big buy up. Then looking at what happens, we start seeing a nice reversal up higher. Then what happens, the 4-hour trend starts to be created. Nice sell for the buy, and then again you see we tap in towards that 4-hour demand zone, and then straight away a reaction. So at this point, I'm obviously interested in looking for a long on euro USD. Next to that, we're building up a lot of equal highs here on the 1-hour time frame on euro dollar. As you can see, again, these descending highs, beautiful descending trend line. So I already know, okay, these are the highs that I want to be targeting. So again, I go in towards the 1-hour time frame, and what I see is that, okay, if the overall momentum is high enough, the overall trend which we're trying to form here will just continue in towards the upside. So it was mainly based on the 4-hour, the trade that we took. And as you can see over here, I shared it exclusively with the TTA family with my exact entry, stop loss TP, for a 1-to-3 risk to reward. So my entry was shared for a 1.11470, and if you go back into the profit screenshot here, you can see the exact entry was indeed 1.11470 or 73. So yeah, got out a little bit earlier because we already hit the 1-to-3 risk to reward. But yeah, again, a very beautiful trade. It actually did just miss my stop loss because I had my stop loss set at 132. And as you can see over here, it just actually hits around 326. So luckily the spreads on euro USD are amazing. So after that, we just reversed in towards the upside. I also shared it on the live stream yesterday, and then you would have had your stop loss just a little bit lower. So yeah, again, still a 1-to-3 risk to reward. So overall, just an absolute beauty of a trade. So what is next for euro USD? Well, expecting higher prices, guys. We are still bullish. We still have this overall swing high open over here, this blue line at 1.12017. So expecting that to get taken out, and then potentially a pullback to form very soon. Overall, we've seen now a break of structure. So we've broken this line over here. So this is your 4-hour BOS, and after a 4-hour BOS, what do you expect? You expect a pullback. Where do you expect the pullback from? From areas of liquidity or from supply. Okay, so going back into the daily real quick, Again, we also still have, and you can see this is the old circles and lines, we still have this overall swing high open as well at around 1.12742. So that is my final target for Euro USD for now, as that is where most liquidity lies. And as long as the overall daily order flow just sustains, I am going to continue to look for longs on euro dollar. So this is my overall order flow for now on the daily time frame, with the fractal low being the low of this bearish candle. So I understand that I'm still looking for longs. If we do pull back, then it will just be another long entry possibility. To long this up higher in towards 1.12758. Okay, so that's the game plan on euro dollar. Going into the dollar index itself, again, a lot of confluences for my short yesterday on the dollar or the long on euro USD. Overall, what happened yesterday is that we saw a break of this 4-hour fractal low. So very simply said, we see a push up, we see a pullback, we see a push up. Then you see the market stall inside this demand zone over here. It gave like a little baby reaction, but then yesterday afternoon we broke in towards the downside. Then fast forward, go into the 15-minute time frame, and again I discussed this on the live stream. You can very clearly see that this area of supply over here held, and it pushed the market down lower after we already broke the 4-hour fractal low over there. So for now on the dollar index, just remember guys, we still have some room to push down a little bit lower. Overall, I am looking at 99.578 as a strong area of liquidity, kind of like a magnet for liquidity. And then zooming out, you can also see we still have a weekly area of demand in this sell before the buy. Okay, so that's kind of my target for now on the dollar, as long as that bearish order flow sustains here on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so for now, this is pretty much just your area of supply. So if we do pull back, it is still good to look for a potential short on the dollar index. Going to pound dollar, or let's do Aussie dollar first. So Aussie dollar itself has pushed up higher still. Real quick, daily time frame has finally reached that area of liquidity, which I've been calling. Guys, you can respond to this in the comment section. You know I have been talking about that swing high for so long already on Aussie dollar. So we finally hit it. So this could fuel a potential deeper pullback for now. But yeah, finally hit my target on Aussie dollar. So yeah, longs all the way. Been calling it for quite some time now. Going towards the 4-hour time frame, when can we see that potential correction? So looking at Aussie dollar for now, the overall order flow has just remained bullish and bullish. Okay, so very simply said, break of the high over here, then again this sell for the buy is your demand zone. You wake back in, you push back out again. Then again, this overall area of consolidation, and I'll just draw it in as a zone for you. This overall area of consolidation, you move out, you move back in, you move back out again. Now, for now, the most important levels that you need to see on Aussie dollar is this sell before that big buy in towards the highs. This is now your fractal low, the low of this bullish candle. So you could also refine the demand zone to this. This is now the level that I'm looking at, okay, for any potential longs. So still looking for longs until we break the order flow on Aussie dollar, okay? So if this zone breaks and we break this blue line over here, which is your 4-hour fractal low, then we might be ready to start pulling back. Why am I looking for a potential pullback? Because the 4-hour is bullish, but we've seen a break of structure and we haven't seen let's say a good pullback yet. This was your break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. You're forming this kind of like corrective ascending price action. We've come into a daily swing high over here with a lot of liquidity above it. So yeah, therefore Aussie dollar might be a good sell very, very soon. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. If the overall momentum just continues on Aussie dollar and we do not break that blue line, then my next target will obviously be this area of supply over here with this liquidity high at around 0.70284. Going into pound dollar, what are we seeing there? So pound dollar has continued to push up higher and higher in line with the overall momentum and with the trend. So very simply said, if we zoom out again, we can very clearly see, if we look at the left, this for me is liquidity. Why is this liquidity? Well, because again, remember, in an impulse down, what you want to look for, you want to look for these little bumps in the road, and this is a bump in the road, so above it lies liquidity. So looking to target pretty much that 1.34387. Go back into the right and look at the current price action. You can see that the overall momentum is just still bullish in towards the highs. So for me, no shorts until we have reached that swing high. We're currently reacting to nothing really, nothing fresh in my opinion. So not really looking for any shorts at the moment. Go into the 4-hour time frame. You can very clearly see as well that the momentum is still upwards. and higher. So overall at the moment, I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. We have not the cleanest zones, I would say, of demand. Just focusing on this demand zone over here. These two imbalance candles, use the 50% body candle indicator, and you can very clearly see, okay, that is your demand zone. So this is for me a 4-hour zone, and yeah, going to be looking for a 50-minute long inside of there in towards the upside. I do, however, see that there is quite some liquidity over here underneath these equal lows. As well, we've got these equal lows over here, so who knows, maybe we will not even react. So definitely check out this demand zone over here, as this demand zone is not fresh anymore, but this one still is, and you also have this liquidity low right above it. So if we see a proper bullish reaction to that zone, then maybe you could take a long. I'm not really interested in any shorts as of now due to the bullish nature, but that is a potential long that I'm looking at. Going into NZDUSD, what are we seeing there? Go into the daily. First of all, we have reached that daily area of supply, so congrats on that. Overall, a daily break of structure here. So we've seen a daily break of structure, and we have come into daily supply. So this could mean that we're ready to form a little bit of a deeper pullback here on NZDUSD. Overall, the fresh area of demand that I'm looking at is this demand zone over here. So this doji candle before that big buy up. This is also your fractal low on the daily time frame, so this blue line. As long as that blue line is respected, I expect higher prices on NZDUSD. We have the optimal longs forming from either this zone here or the zone which is formed by these two wicks. So these two wicks over here. So then go into the 4-hour time frame, and then what you'll see again is, okay, we have indeed some demand over here, or demand just slightly lower. Yeah, I'm only interested in looking for longs from there, not really looking at any other trades. Potentially on the 4-hour time frame, you could take a pullback, but there's no clean 4-hour change of character over here, because your 4-hour change of character low is all the way down here. So what I would look for is maybe just one more push up, kind of like a corrective pattern, and then look for a short, maybe form some ascending kind of like channel, and then see like change of character, then change of character, and then look for a short. I'm not really a big fan of shorting these kind of movements, because for the same reason we could just push up higher again with such bullish price action. Okay, so just a little bit more patience on NZDUSD. Last of all, gold. What are we seeing there? Gold pushing up higher. Obviously a lot of tensions in Israel and Lebanon in the Middle East, so I'm not really invested in all of this because I don't really have an opinion on it that I want to share, but I think everybody understands that this is good for no one, and this is only good for gold, hence why gold has been pushing up higher. So as long as these tensions keep on rising, and there's also been an agreement between Russia and Iran, and the US wants to send troops into the Middle East even more, it's just more oil on the fire for gold to push up higher, hence why it is pushing. For the rest of the day, no real news, only Aussie CPI that came out, but nothing too special. And then tomorrow finally we have some red folder dollar news again, which will move Euro USD and all these dollar pairs for sure. So let's keep an eye on that. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and see you in the live stream on Friday, where we're going to break all the trades down that we took this week. Have a great day and see you soon.